welcome to our little Boondocks Homestead. We live in the middle of the woods in southeast Missouri, and we're going to show you around a little bit.
We're going to show you around our place and show you what we're doing. We're filthy because we've been in the garden all morning trying to get it taken care of, and I wanted to do this kind of to introduce us and everything. Tim wanted to clean up and everything today, but you did. You're like, let me get ready. Like, we got to get this cleaned up. But we'll never get it. We'll never be done or prepared for it, so we just might as well go ahead and do it.
Oh, it's real.
It's real. It's raw. And this is us. And this is how we are. And we want to share our journey with you all. So we're going to take you around our little 20-acre farm. Little farm in the woods. That's what we call it.
The jungle.
The jungle. It's pretty much a jungle. And everything that is cleared off, he cleared off with the chainsaw and
1954 Ferguson tractor.
Yes, that
everybody made fun of.
We paid $800 for it, and I said, oh, that's not going to do anything, but it's done a lot out here. It's a lot. Now he's got a John Deere, but his little red tractor does better than the John Deere, don't it?
Running wise.
Running wise, but he likes them both. But we did have some trees cut down in the woods and stuff
after a tornado.
After a tornado come through, went over our top of us. Didn't get us, praise God, but it did tear a little bit of stuff up. But we're gonna get in the Ranger and take you for a ride and show you the hoop house that he just built. The beginning of this year, right?
First of spring.
And then he built a compost pile beside it. Tell him about that.
We're going to try to use it to heat the greenhouse with this winter.
So we can grow vegetables all through the year. Because we're trying to eat everything that we grow, all of our vegetables, and everything that we raise. We have American guinea hogs, and we have Nigerian dwarf goats, and many Nubians, and one so far. And then we have lots of chickens and turkeys.
Turkeys and dogs.
5 dogs. So, we do apologize for the way we look. We were sweating and we were hot, but we had to get that done today. So, we'll go ahead and let him go and take him for a ride, huh? Or do you want to go over to the greenhouse first?
We can do that on the way.
We'll do that on the way, so we'll catch you in a minute. Okay, we're at the side of the hoop house where Tim's built me he built me a couple of raised beds over here for my parsley and my lavender, different herbs, my cilantro. But I've got this stuff growing other places too. But we put this in this little raised bed that he built beside the hoop house. We've got some sweet potatoes up here in this it's actually a water trough, but we're using it for a raised bed. And some snap peas behind it. And then we put some potatoes just regular potatoes, in these baskets this year. We'll see how they turn out. We don't know yet, but and then over here I got some comfrey and some lamb's ear, and these that a friend gave me that I'm starting. And then we're going to the hoop house that he built this year, and it's kind of empty now, but we had it really full, but we've transferred everything out into the garden. We've got peppers right now in here, and I've got my little stevia crop I'm starting in here. And I've got a few strawberries hanging, but I've got a patch for those. But he built these shelves and everything in here. We've got a shade thing on it to keep everything from getting really hot. Some sunflowers me and my grandson planted a while back. And his tomato, he won't let me move outside because it's doing so good in here. And it's only the 1st of June, and it's that big and got tomatoes. Did you see these tomatoes?
I've seen them.
They're huge. Okay.
So this is the compost bin that I built. In the bottom of this, there's 20 foot of corrugated drain tile that's not perforated. We're going to try to use this to put some heat in there this winter. I've done a little bit of research on it. Don't know if it works, but I will let you know. I got 2 pieces of pipe running through the ground, and they come up in the bottom of the greenhouse. We got to put a fan on it. Probably going to use a solar fan.
And so when we put our compost in, we like layer it of stuff, right?
Yeah, we put, we got goat clean out in there right now, and then some vegetables that didn't do so good, and just scrap from in the house what we don't feed our pigs.
Right. And then you built these.
It's just boards to slide in, easy to access.
Show how that does that. They just slide in there, so you can move them when you need to. That's pretty neat. And then it's got chicken wire around the side.
Got to have air.
And then it's gonna go in. We'll go in and show you the pipes that he's got piped in. Well, I have a lot of stuff in the way, but there's one of the pipes that's coming out of the floor, and then there's the other one. And didn't you say he's gonna put a fan in that? The fan will go on the tall one?
Yeah.
And then it'll circulate. And how hot's it get in that compost pile?
They say 120 degrees or more. Oh no, we'll see.
Okay, well, we'll see, and we'll let y'all know this winter, Lord willing. If we're still here, we'll let you know how it worked out for us. Got tomatoes, and we put these are our cucumbers. We put our cattle panels up for them to climb on, and the tomatoes for us to tie them to. Then we'll take you down here for a minute. There's a lot of stuff. I got my horseradish root growing in here. I just planted him early this spring. And I've got mint growing. I've got sweet potatoes in these containers. We've got basil and dill and all kinds of stuff in these little containers. More sweet potatoes. Here's our popcorn. We're growing popcorn. Some friends of ours gave us some seed this year, and instead of doing sweet corn, we're doing popcorn. And we got the green beans going, and it's not a huge garden, but it'll do well, I think. And then these are our grapes.
We built that 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
But the frost kind of got them this year. I don't know that they'll grow much. There's some grapes on it, but last year they grew like crazy.
Yeah, we made a lot of stuff out of them last
Probably
year.
10 gallons of grapes off of them.
Yeah. So we got them growing on cattle panels. That's the best thing. We like these cattle panels. And then down here, Tim has got his all his blueberry bushes. Come down here and look at them. They are growing. I was eating some this morning while we were tilling. Let's see if I can find a ripe one. You see a good ripe one? There's one. That ain't good and ripe. I might have ate the only two that was ripe. They're getting there though.
Or the one down at the end down there.
Yeah. And then those are pink blueberries he planted a while back. They're just full of them too, and they're good too. They taste just like the... More sweet potatoes. Here's my little strawberry patch. I've got onions growing in there right now because the chickens got in there and tore out some of my strawberries. But they'll grow back. And here's our cherry tree. Last year, the last couple of years, Tim and our youngest granddaughter was sharing. We'd only get 4 or 5 cherries on it. This year it's full, but it's not very old. So we got quite a few cherries on it this time. Here's the cold frame he built a couple of years ago.
Last fall.
Or last fall, I'm sorry.
We grew lettuce, spinach,
lettuce and spinach.
garlic.
All winter, didn't we? All winter with this, just with this lid down. Right now I've just got onion tops in there. There's a couple onions that's ringed that might grow and get big, but I didn't ring them in time, I don't think. And that's about it for the garden. There's more sweet potatoes, snap peas. I put my snap peas in that. We just find containers wherever we can find them, and this had a hole in it, so he put them in there. We put peppers in there. So that's about it. That's our tour of our garden and our hoop house. Okay, this is one of our front fields, and we normally keep our billy goats over here, our male billy goats, but Right now we've got the dogs over here because it's cool and they can get shade, and we got a bunch of water that looks like they've took a bath in. I think Tess has.
Yeah.
These are our 3 babies outside.
Babies.
Well, yeah, we got, this is Gracie, the black and white one. She's our Aussie. She's an inside dog, and she's the best dog. Not the best, but she's a good dog. And we got Maggie. That's her mom.
Herder dog.
Yeah, she's our herder dog. This is Maggie. And she herds everything. The goats, the chickens, kids, whatever.
Chases frisbees.
Yep. And then that's Gracie's mom. And then this is Gracie's dad, Ike. And then we got Tess. We got her to kind of watch over the farm for us because we had was it a coon or a coon getting in our
Predator
chickens?
issues.
Yeah, predator issues. So we got her. Brought her into the fold. So we got a lot of cleanup we got to do in this front yard because we had some trees cut down and stuff. And
Those tore down from the tornado.
and the tornado stuff, yeah. So we'll get to it one of these days. That's our other field. We do got our billies in there, which butts up to our garden, but we got it shut off. So we'll go get in the Ranger and take a ride. All right, here we go. Oh, you slobbered on the camera, Gracie. Okay, we're gonna take you up our hill. Oh, we'll show you the blueberries. Or the blackberries. We showed you the blueberries. There's our blackberries, our tame ones, and our raspberries that Tim takes care of every year. And Tim made these turkey houses out of just dog pens. And that's where we have our turkeys. And our chickens. And there, hold on a minute, Tim. Come here a little bit. She's getting ready to have babies. She's scared of the Ranger, but she's getting ready to have babies. And we got our goat barn. I call it our barn because listen, we don't have a barn, but that's our little goat barn. These are our girls. We have, this one's gonna have babies. I'll try to get that on video if I can catch them in time. But these are our babies. This one here, she's my milker. She's the one that I make my goat soap and everything out of. She's a good mommy and a good milker. There's one of our boys. But these are Nigerian dwarf goats, and that one right there is a mini Nubian, which is what we're kind of trying to go for, the mini Nubians, because they milk really good too. And they're our size, you know, we're older. And she's just sitting up there taking it easy. That's a milk stand. Okay, there's our little chicken house. We'll go up here and see the pigs. All right, there's our mama. She's an American guinea hog, full-blooded American guinea hog. They are lard hogs. They are known for their lard, and we do render our own lard, and it is wonderful. So we keep her in that pen, and then here's 3 of her babies. We sold a bunch of them. And that's 3 of her babies in that pen, and then we got Daddy up here, pork chop. That's what we call him, and he stays in there. And we're getting ready to breed them again. It's like 3 or 4 cleared acres with our garden and everything and our berries and stuff. We got a couple apple trees, a couple peach trees, cherry tree. But we've been out here 14 years, so I feel like we've come quite a ways, but still a lot to go, I'm sure. So, alright, well, we'll catch you going down the hill. Alright, we're going back down the hill, guys. That's our house. This is the part that we got semi-cleared off. There we go. Well, that was our round around our little homestead. And you got anything to say, Tim?
Lord willing, we'll see you next time.
That's right. We'll see you next time on the next video if the Lord wills. Y'all have a great day.